that Vara's here just in time.
Oh,
So we're just going live now on YouTube.
sure. Hello, Vara.
Welcome, Vara. Welcome, Suzanne. And Violetta, how are you going? Feel free to, we're doing our chat at the start so that we can keep our silence at the end after meditating. So feel free to ask any questions you need to, or share anything you'd really like to share.
Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Violetta.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to see you. How are you? I think you're still muted, Suzanne, so we can't hear you.
And Violetta, how are you going? Violetta, you're still muted also.
Yeah. Well, I can vouch for her. She's doing well. I saw her yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, I'm well, really.
Oh, nice.
Okay, again, go on mute.
Oh, okay. That's good. So Vara, let me know when you want me to let the music silent. Oh, there you are. Hi, Vara.
So you're going to do the same like last time?
Yes.
Chat a bit in the beginning and leave in
Yeah, we'll do our chats now, and then we can finish off in silent meditation, because it's going to be a pretty powerful talk today.
Yep.
Nowhere to go but thoughtless with this talk. All right, I'll just stop the music because it's going to be hard to talk. And let me just find it there. There it is. Just stopping the music. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Vara with his lovely painting of vibrations behind him. So we were just saying that we would do our chats at the start, and welcome to those on YouTube as well. So if anyone wants to share how their meditation is going, what other sessions they've been able to catch up on, feel free to unmute, unvideo, and then we'll let Vara talk over the top of us all and give us a nice intro to the second part of the creation, which is pretty amazing talk, which I think most of us, it goes above our head, which is a good place to be, above our head. So who else have we got there that we haven't heard from yet? Julie. Hi, Julie. How are you, and where have you been participating with us previously? Feel free to unmute, unvideo, and share a little bit with us, because we probably won't catch up at the end, but we'll do all our catching up at the start. And Surender's there. Hi, Surender, who's at work, so he'll probably stay muted, I'm guessing. Julie, have you joined us before?
Hi, Julie. Feel free to unmute. If this is your first time, let us know so we can help you a little bit more.
I'm clicking on the ask to unmute for you, Julie. Okay. So this session's pretty much an advanced session. So if anybody is watching either on YouTube or here on Zoom and you've not joined us previously, so we usually kick off the meditation by taking our self-realization. So feel free if it seems a little over. Yeah, it looks like Julie might have already left us. just for the benefit of those on YouTube, that we do have other sessions that are more for someone just starting out, but we're going to go right to the top today with our second part of the creation video, which is very much an advanced video at least. And we will all try to be there in thoughtless awareness and enjoy that. And if no one else has got something they want to share, we might just hand over to Vara to take us to the point. So Vara, if you'd like to...
Sounds good, Lynn.
I'll just pin you at the big spot in the middle.
So just by the introduction of the talk, I think we'll all be well served if we assume that it's not going to be a very, sort of smiles talk. It's a serious topic, and so the things that needs to be thought about before getting to the speech is quite sober as well. Like, have you ever thought why that all these nations, we have this, whatever it's called in England, they had this meeting about the climate and so on. And you can see some countries are sort of really real about it, like they really care about the climate. And some countries are trying to convince themselves that they're doing something for the climate or being a little bit more aware. And some countries just don't care, but they're trying to give an impression that they're doing something. So that is on the political side of things. If you think about people, just like Ram Shams, Ganshams, and Joe Block and Sven Svendersons, everyone, we all care about it. When our little daughter, who is 5 or 6 or 10, comes home and said, "Daddy, we need to care about climate. Why are we still having a petrol car?" Hard question. And then you look at her and say, she's too little to understand the realities of life. Yes, darling, we'll buy an electric or whatever. And then you brush it off. And then there'll be this kid's birthday party. And then we buy paper plates. And then we try and think that, I'm a very conscious person about the climate. So I'll buy paper is fine, it's compostable. And then we don't see the fine print that it's only 30% compostable, because on top of it is a plastic layer. So, because at the end of the day, I'm happy to have a party with 30 people. We'll have great fun. It's good, we're social beings, and the Vishuddhi Chakra says we have to be collective. So we'll do that. But it's too much work to clean 50 plates or 30 plates. So it just doesn't fit my concept of looking after Mother Earth doesn't fit my comfort. So I will not pay that bit too much attention. What is 50 plates in the big scale? It's nothing. I just don't tend to think that a lot of people may be having birthdays in the earth, on the earth. And 50 plates multiplied by a factor can add up to quite a bit. So that's finished. So then the easy thing is then, I can do, in any case, if somebody is polluting with a lot of oil, what does paper plate means? So that is one example. The other example is, so these are probably very hard to hear and then get very annoyed. If that is happening, I'm very glad it's happening. Then the other one, this personally I felt about nappies. Perfectly good friends, who have a fantastic, we have chats about, world peace, and these politicians are crooks and they don't really do anything about climate. fantastic chats. You're like, wow, that was an enlightening chat. And then right the next minute, the baby does a poo. So there'll be two working parents, have one child, and then there comes a disposable nappy. So in a day, we change, and it's very well known that disposable nappies are horrible for composting. They just don't decompose very well at all sometimes. And then say, then you look at them, and you're trying to figure out, is that the same person or different person who was talking about climate and environment and so on, and then using disposable nappies left, right, and center, even when they're not working. So you look at them, and they probably, and sometimes with me at least, it happens that, or even I don't even have to ask the question and say, it's too hard to use cloth nappies. And I look at them and say, okay. Well, me and my wife work and we use cloth nappies. And then there is some other, at that point, you stop at that point. Otherwise, they think, you're really mucking around with them. And then you just have to close your eyes and think, not even to the grandmother's ages, just our moms. I'm 40 and my mom used cloth nappies. So then we think about if you just think about it, then you go to the last week's speech about creation, that artificiality has crept in so much in us that we very intelligently fool us, because we're not even aware. I think many people are not even aware of how we are fooling us. Perfectly capable, spiritual talking people can be blindsided by this sort of thing. So that's one part of it. But you can tell your brain all this logic, and you can read articles about climate science on how it is making it worse, and we still fail to take action. So meaning the intelligence is really not useful. And then the creation part 2 that you're going to listen probably gives an answer. And my take on that is, in the speech, you'll listen about how this whole creation was envisaged by the Shakti. And it is not even for Shakti, it's not easy. It's billions and quite a few billions of years of experimenting, thinking, not our kind of thinking, that's higher level, like when the creator thinks, it's on a higher level. A lot of thinking and experimenting and figuring out the right condition. Like there are, God knows how many permutations and combinations are possible to create life. And God had to figure all that out and do it. And then you think, why the heck did the goddess do it? Like, why? They could just have their own, whatever those kind of people, those kind of, you can't say people, I think creatures do. They can just do whatever they do, right? Why do they have to create this whole thing, go into meditation, figure out the combination and billions of years of work and so on? And the answer is probably love in its purest form. And it's a bit hard to understand what that love is, because the current definitions of love are so horribly misexplained, I might say. So you take this, so there is this Bollywood kind of love, where in the beginning, a boy chases a girl who is not interested. In the end, she falls in love, and they might end up getting married or not. I think now marriage is not a thing. You don't have to be married. It's just a social contract. Who cares? So that is our main understanding of love. I think there's even a joke somewhere I was reading. Why are the Eastern societies have less love, less divorces compared to the not Eastern actually? Why are traditional societies all over the world have less divorce rates compared to the modern society? The joke is that because I think every person loves their spouse, let's say 100 kilos, and in the older societies that 100 kilos was distributed over 100 years. Now it's a bit different. You love in your house, you express your love in your house, you express your love on the street, you'll express your love in McDonald's, you express your love on aeroplanes. So everywhere. So it's spent too fast. So that's why we have divorce rates, higher divorce rates. But in that joke, wherever I heard that, it's a fundamental issue that we don't understand what it is. And if we go to the basics, the only way we will appreciate what Mother Earth does for us, bears our horrible habits and materialistic positions, we'll only understand that if we understand what the love that God has for us in creating. Another simile I heard somewhere, this is actually from C.S. Lewis books. The book is called Four Loves. And not exact words, but in a way, the words that are the purest form of love, according to him, is a mother's love. And why is it so? The reason is that when a child loves a mom, it is in its selfish interest. You don't love your mom doesn't give you food, you die. So it's an evolutionary tactic, you can call. But a mother giving birth to a child while knowing 100% that she may die in the process of bringing new life, now that is an absolutely detached and the purest form of love. And I feel God's love in creating Mother Earth is that kind of love. I think that is the closest we could think of. And when you listen to the speech, there will be a little bit difficult concepts, but I think that is the running theme in the speech. So if you could all raise our Kundalini. Now let's put our right hand on the heart. And we say in our hearts, Mother, please help me feel and understand the purest form of love. Mother, please remove any artificialities in my heart, in my behavior, in my thinking. Take the mantra of Shri Shiva Parvati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Mother, please remove the artificiality in my being. Mother, please keep me close to my spirit. Put your right hand on the lap. Raise our Kundalini with our right hand through the path of the Kundalini to the Sahasrara. And when you do that, try and keep your attention on Sahasrara. In our hearts, we say, Mother Kundalini, please rise. Mother Kundalini, please remove all the problems in my chakras so I come into balance. Now let's put both our hands on the lap and observe how we are feeling on our palms and top of the head. Mother, please help me observe my catches on my palms. Let's put our left hand towards the sky. The fingertips pointing the roof and the palm facing the back of the room. Mother, please remove all the excessive thinking in me. Put both your hands on the lap. Center of the right palm on your forehead. Bend your head a bit forward. Dear Jesus Christ, you who are the deity for this energy center, please forgive me. Please help me forgive others. Please help me forgive myself. We say the mantra of Sri Jesus Mary. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. So Lynn will play the speech now, and after the speech, she'll probably play some music. So feel free to meditate as long as you want, but when you want to leave, just raise your kundalini and you can leave.
I would like to recite 3 Maha Mantras after the meditation. Ashwini.
As I told you, the process is not that simple as it can be drawn because it's a living process of a big dimension. But I'm just trying to make it simpler for you to understand. Now, this parabolic, when here now, when she goes into the motion of a parabolic, and Shiva sanctions her. It's a living process. Again, you must understand. It's a living process. It's as human as we are. Both of them as human as we are, or we should say they are 1,000 times more human than we are. So, here the wife, his consort, says that I'm very happy just like this. I won't go any further with it. Because creation is not an easy thing for her. She doesn't want to depart from her. Creation is the joy. And she says, I would not like to have children now because I may lose you. So she pushes herself towards him and he pushes her back and disappears, opening out from here. Now she is in this form. So the beginning of the Om starts. Parabolic, first of all, gets converted into Om. Then she pushes herself down and settles down for a while to meditate and to find out how she's going to work it out. We can say like this. You see, it is her desire which must be aroused. If her desire is not aroused, she will not conceive the creation. So a kalpa is spent in that. Quite a lot of time is spent in her own thinking, which way she should do. She has created many universes. It is not one universe she has created. She has created universes after universes, and I will show you how she has created so many universes. And some of them are still lingering on, some of them are destroyed. But today before us, this universe, this earth, on this earth, India, and in India, Delhi, we are sitting at 10 minutes apiece. It's like that. So at this moment, whatever is the thing, is not the past, not the future. But I am telling you about the present moment we are here. But many universes have been created by Adi Shakti even before us. And she has tried many other things also. Ultimately, she has tried this. She has created earth and then created us. Now, how she has done that, we'll see later on. Just now, let us see how she has used her third power. When she decides to create. She is endowed with 3 powers. She has 3 powers of God which are granted to her. By one power, first of all, is the existence, the desire to exist. She desires to exist with God. The second power is to create. And the third power is to sustain. First power is existence, second is to create, and the third is the evolving power or sustenance power, by which gradually you sustain something and you become something. These are the 3 powers she assumes. In short, we can say that she forms 3 powers of Mahakali, Mahasaraswati, and Mahalakshmi. These are the 3 powers she assumes within herself. Now she uses again her parabolic systems. Supposing I have come to this house by this way, I know this way, then I take that way, I know that way, I know the middle way, everything. Now I know these 3 ways and I know all about it with that knowledge. I can do something else. So she again uses her parabolic movements. Actually, her 3 movements of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati are all the time with her, with Adishakti. She can separate them and put them into 3 different channels. She can combine them and synthesize them and use it as a parabole. You understand this? That's why when we put a bandhan to you, we say put a parabole. It's a parabole because the vibrations are all in all the 3 powers are flowing this. So we have got, that 3 powers. The Mahakali power, you can say, I need not write Mahakali power. By Mahakali power, she desires, as I've told you, is the emotional side of God. She represents the emotional side of God. She desires. The desire is that of God. God Almighty, who is the spectator. He is the Sakshi. And she puts that Sakshi into your heart. She reflects that into your heart, which is kept all the time burning to watch what you are doing, to see your play after your creation. Her Mahasaraswati power now moves in a parabolic. She can move in any angle, 360 angles she can move from one point. Sometimes she goes round and round at a point. When she goes round and round at a point, her Mahasaraswati power can get consolidated. You can say it becomes dense. You see, that's the trouble with English language. It becomes dense. It becomes so very dense that it cracks out. These cracks also due to the momentum of the movement of the Mahakali power, Mahasaraswati power, because it is moving in a round and round fashion. They also get into the momentum of that movement. They start moving. For example, this part start moving, this part start moving, this part start moving. And when they start moving, they become round. They lose their angularities and they become round. Now I'm telling you very much in short because they become round. These rounds again are put into friction with each other. And that is how we can say, now forget about other universes where other styles were also created, but about this one we can say was created. Now you must all the time remember that this power thinks, understands, organizes, loves, and is an identity. So she creates the earth. Earth is not created so easily. Part of the sun is removed. Just like this with the hand, you can say. We must understand why the sun became so cold. From the sun, it is removed very much far away first, to the furthest point so that it freezes completely. Or sorry, like moon, it was taken very far away. It just freezes completely and is then brought near the sun again, like a pendulum. It is moved again towards the cold side. Again, it is brought to the hot side. It is brought to a point, to the medium point, where earth is made. Again, I'm saying, it's not a chance of nature, is made deliberately habitable for human beings. The temperature is brought in. It has been done by Adi Shakti, the mother. She has done it deliberately. It's not easy to conceive of such a mother, but she has done it. And she brings this earth to a point where life can breathe in. So the combination of moon and the combination of sun gives you hydrogen from the moon, oxygen from the sun, gives you water. The freezing and heating. The freezing and heating gives you the water. In the water, when the earth is made spirally to move upward, again the heating and cooling starts. By heating and cooling, life comes into being as amino acids. Is done deliberately. What I'm saying, it is not done by something by chance. On this also, one has to think once. How is it? It is not chance. If you read Du Noah, is a very big biologist. I think he is one of the greatest biologists who has really gone into the calculations of how much time should it take for a simple amoeba to be created out of the matter. And he has calculated that it should take much more time than even what we have had so far. Billions of years are needed just by chance. Law of chance is there, which I don't know if I should tell you elaborately. But law of chance is that if you have in one tube 50 red pebbles and 50 white pebbles, and if you start shaking them and make them absolutely in a chaotic order, it takes so much times shaking to make it again the same as it is, or to bring it into order. So even to create an orderly living protoplasm, a cell, would have taken much more time than it has taken so far. Much more, many times more, billions of years. And it has taken only 5 billion years for Earth to secede from the moon. And only 2 billion years for it to cool down. So he says it is beyond any understanding. Only thing that can explain it, what we can say is that there is a juggler behind it. And there is a juggler about which our great rishis and munis know that that juggler is nobody else but Adi Shakti, the primordial mother. The primordial father is Sadashiva and the primordial mother is Adi Shakti. And are we going to discuss about their sex? Are you going to do that way with the tantrikas? Is that the way to pay homage to your parents? We have to understand that it's a very, very solemn subject. We are discussing here the sanctum sanctorium of the love of our primordial parents. It's a very, very holy thing. We are not holy people. We are yet full of lots of greed and lust, but they are above everything. So when we are discussing them, we have to know, we have to do it with great Shraddha and with our head bowed before them. That it is our luck, and we are very fortunate that we have been able to learn something about these two primordial parents who have brought forth this creation, their child. So one of these then again cracks and becomes a Surya Mandala. And the Surya Mandala has got, as you know, earth and moon and all these things, and I've told you how earth is created. After the creation of earth, first, you know that amino acids were formed, the vegetation started, and then the human being started. Now, the matter also is a very systematic thing. Matter is not unsystematic, it is systematic. but it is not organized. There's a difference between the two. The systematic things are dead, can be dead. You can put 5 stones here in a systematic manner, but they are not organized because they are not living things. There's a difference between the two. So first, the systematic things were laid down. Perhaps if you know about the 8 different types of elements were created. These were created and were put into proper places through Sri Ganesha. You know that the carbon is in the center of these periodical elements that appear. That means a element which has got 1 valency, 2 valency, 3 valency, and 4 valency. The 3 are the plus ones. Then you have got one C carbon which has got 4 valencies. Then you have got again minus 1, 2, 3, and 4 is a complete 8. Like that, the whole matter has been organized. To organize the matter, some deity was to be created for that. And first deity that was created was that of Sri Ganesh. Let us see now how she created here. You have seen that one part of her, which is the Mahasaraswati, has created the matter. Mahasaraswati has created the matter. Now, Mahakali has to give them existence. How do you get an existence? Is through your sustenance, or you can say through your quality, whatever you are. So, Mahakali gives that existence to those material things, not human beings or living things, but matter, through a deity known as Sri Ganesh. Mahakali in the heart of the Virata, as you see, you will see Virata also he comes in, because that I'll tell you later on. But in the heart of Virata is the primordial being, the complete primordial being. The Mahakali is settled down. What she does, she goes 3.5 from the heart, one up, one down, like that, 3.5 times, and comes to the end of the 3.5 down below. 3.5. Now she comes at the end of it, and if you put 3.5 like that, and if you cut it straight, you get 7 centers cutting. Is there a drawing person who knows how to draw? Just the opposite. It should start from the it should come this way. You can put it like this. She comes down here. She comes down here, and from here she penetrates. You see, she cuts at 7 points here. At this point, she creates the first deity, little below, of Sri Ganesh. I mean, this is not done in one day, is not done in 1 year, not done in one yuga. It is done in many kalpas. The first step is to create Sri Ganesh. This is her abode, and she puts Sri Ganesh. Now he is emitting his vibrations through all this. He passes through all this, whatever she has created. On this picture is settled the work of the Mahasaraswati. You can say she comes down with her, all her programs like this, and she makes it. And she gets joined here again. So Sri Ganesh emits his vibrations through here. First, the Mahakali creates Sri Ganesh, and then Mahasaraswati comes down. She creates all these things and gets connected to Sri Ganesh. So the vibrations of Sri Ganesh start flowing through all the creation of Mahasaraswati. Before creating all this, the complete thought of what is going to happen in future comes in a clear-cut vision of the Adishakti. And she puts her plans through. First of all, the Mahalakshmi power comes down and creates the Sri Ganesh. You can understand now how important it is that we have to be holy people. First, she created the holiness on this earth. First thing, her relationship with the child was established because the creation is going to be created in the image of her child. That's why Sri Ganesh was created first. And then from here says the Adi Shakti, the other power, Mahasaraswati, on her way, she comes down and gets connected with Sri Ganesh. And that's how the Sri Ganesh establishes the relationship and emits its vibrations through this. Because of his vibrations passing through the matter that she has created. For example, our Mother Earth, through this passes that through it passes the axis. Nobody has seen the axis, but they say there is an axis from the way it moves. There is a kind of an axis. Now, this is the power of Mahakali passing through we can say it's the power of Sri Ganesh passing through the axis of the Mother Earth, which has got magnetic power in it. And that's how, through that, it controls its speed, its movement, and also it looks after us. Why don't we think that when we put a little seed in the soil, it sprouts automatically? You have seen now many of you who have been suffering from certain troubles and diseases that the Mother Earth herself took down your problems. She sucked them out. It is a fact. You can see it in Sahaja Yoga that after realization, if you have any problem, if your head is heavy, if you are a realized soul, otherwise she doesn't listen because you should be activated or you should be granted a certificate from the Adishakti that you are a realized person. Otherwise, why should she accept you? You just put your head on the soil, put your both the hands on the Mother Earth, and you will find the whole thing will be sucked out from your forehead. It has been done with many. Even from the legs it can take out. Mother Earth is the mother of Adishakti, you can say. She is the mother, they say, because she is made in such a way that she takes all the weights of the world in herself.
Can you put the slide on?
Sorry, Ashwini, we don't have that slide ready at the
No,
minute.
it's okay. Like I was like thinking for other participants, but yes,
Get it.
I can. Yeah, I can sing. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्रीनिर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः.
Wow, that was a very nice finish off to our meditation. Let's all finish today's meditation by raising our kundalini and placing ourselves in our bandhan. Thanks everyone for that lovely meditation, and thank you Ashwini for the rendition of the 3 mantras, Maha mantras. We'll make sure we have that slide for everyone else to join in next time. I'll just put on a lovely song for us to just finish off, or if you have to go, we'll say farewell. And those who want to just meditate for another 5 minutes, we will put that Bhavani Ashtakam of Nikki Wells. I'll just play that for us to finish off with. So bye for now, everyone. See you next time. So we'll have part 3 next Thursday, and Monday, of course, we've got the Sasrara meditation. So look forward to that as well with you all, whoever can come along. So bye for now, and hopefully now I'm going to play for you Nikki Wells.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Harsha, and everyone.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. Natato namata nabandhur natata na putro na putri na bhrutyo na bharata न जाया न वेद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव गतिस्त्वम्. Gosh, I'm doing strange things here, everyone. Bear with me. Gatisthvam tvameka bhavani Gatisthvam tvameka bhavani
भवद्धावपारे महाधोखभीरु पपाथा प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा कसंसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका